Greetings! I'm Rodger Newbold, and welcome to episode number 47 of the Experienced Photography Vlog. My fellow photographer, good friend, and my partner and editor for this episode is Mr. Matt Rich. He's the controller that watches over everything and approves all that goes on, so he's the one that makes the call. Are you there, my friend?
You're out!
Excellent. Oh, in our most recent past episode, we spoke about those who would find their own light, or better yet, would generate their own blaze. We encouraged everyone to experiment and combust more spontaneously. We hope that it helped light the way for you to amass many new ideas and simply just glow. Today we're going to discuss bonus measures for outstanding success. Now, remember, push the K key at any time to halt the video for closer examination of any material, and then push it once again to restart. Now, we're absolutely elated that you're here with us today. We think this is something special, and you just have to see this. We're delighted that you are interested in photography, that you're producing good photographs. For the past 2 years, we've been offering multiple suggestions that we hope have been beneficial. If you have the desire to improve the quality of your pictures, we want to help you so you can, figuratively place your fingerprints all throughout those images. Now, we would like to see you express your feelings directly within your photographs. Become more of an image maker and less of a reality reproducer. Photographer Jay Maisel pointed out that generally most photographers think they don't have to practice. You're wrong, Kodak Breath. Because if you don't, you just look like a weirdo. And you got a camera and you're standing there staring blankly. If you aren't your own severest critic, your pictures, you just become your picture's worst enemy. So we all advise all of you to try a little harder to become unique and critique. What's the essence of great art? Good question. Let's see if we can come up with some steps to structure greater awareness and more, successful images. We generate art to live within ourselves and be more creative. If we examine the first image from our loyal subscriber Ken Moore, we'll see that it's possible to begin right in our own backyard. This picture of Snow Ant only required learning to pay attention, see things that others don't look for. Now, don't fret if you must bend down in the snow. You got to get a better point of view. You'll soon dry off, and I noticed that being out in the cold for 125th of a second, Ken did not die from hypothermia either. Furthermore, have no fear of criticism or worrying about what somebody else may say or think about your things that we photograph. It's futile. It's a waste of time. It's their problem and totally out of your control. If they choose to be so narrow-minded, besides the fact that it's a major undermining force that may hinder you or completely block your creativity. Just be a matchless model. Come on, don't worry, be happy. We learned 2 great lessons from Ken's photo. Attack life with a jovial spirit. Experience that life full of joy, the joie de vivre. And 2, don't fear criticism. It's worthless. Now, take a look at Ken's striking shot that he did of an old speaker. Matter of fact, this is lesson number 3. If you focus less on you and consider what you can contribute to the greater cause of photography, you may not even need to leave your living room. In this ICM, or in-camera motion, with an added second exposure that was captured and placed in there, zing! It pays to dream big, contemplating what if, and then accomplishing it can lead to stunning results. Continue to dream with open eyes, my friend. Way to go. Now, to quote the late, great Elliot Erwitt, loved his work, love his quote. Photography is an art of observation. It's about finding something interesting in ordinary places. I found it has, little to do with the things that you see, but everything to do with the way you see them. Now, Ken really boosted his game and stretched the awe factor in his photograph by stitching together multiple exposures in post-production to build this fabulous panoramic scene. The principle of letting ideas grow and exploiting various other skills allows them to manifest themselves in an exciting confederation. As previously mentioned in Vlog 43, the panorama exhibits the ripple effect. One fine idea proliferates, spreads out, it combines, it reproduces, it flourishes. Look at this now. Hey, I'm picking up good vibrations. Somebody ought to write a song about that. What a catchy title. Let your ideas, number 4, let your ideas build and propagate into larger innovations. Too often we witness the fact that over time, people wane in their enthusiasm towards any project. It doesn't seem to be a conscious thing. It simply happens. It's a natural part of living. So repeatedly, we must force ourselves, that's the best word I can think of, to break out of our customary rhythms and our habits for deeper discoveries. Let's take a look at this picture called Fallen Roof Ruin. It's a fantastic shot from my buddy Matt. First, this is not an easy subject to find, nor to get to. So I view this with admiration for a couple of different reasons. One, the tenacity to get there with a full pack. And second, to break his rhythm and return a second time with new tools for a more successful encounter. Talk about breaking out of a rhythmic comfort zone. If you examine this image closely, you'll notice that the bright area is actually the ceiling of the dwelling. It's the roof, it's the top. One must focus with renewed vigor to capture such an explosive originality. Of course, a super duper humdinger of wide angle lens helps too. But if you recall from our chat about keeping up with post-production techniques, you'll realize you could have taken multiple exposures across the scene and then blend them together just as well. It's maybe a kind of a time versus money kind of thing. I don't know. But don't let the fact that a lens is an excuse holds you back. Either way, to concoct something so magnificent really required remarkable devotion. Number 5, success is the result of skill, desire, and personal passion. We have really an attractive photo captured in infrared here on an infrared sensor modified camera by our subscriber Cynthia Heath. Now, I learned from listening to her that creating an artistic image comes from choosing to do something really skillfully and striving to reach beyond the normal where other people quit. She has been attentive to every detail, thus teaching us to move to make something that would light the fire in the viewer's eyes. Now, in this next image, you got to kind of think pink, you know. Cynthia's near panoramic second image boosts her chance at being successful by doubling down on the excellent technique. First, she saw her subject with respect to fabricating a mystifying mirror image, and second, displaying incredible post-production skills that produced this mind-boggling concept. What a splendid picture. Now, I love this. In Cynthia's third photograph, she proves to us all that ingenuity can spread even to your family photos. This is a fine example of her grandson. And she added splendid humor with just a little bit of extra imagination. She demonstrates that having good instincts and seeking to see in an exceptional manner reveals very successful results. Seeing and composing in a distinct crop shape may also improve the chances of success. Do what you do and just be satisfied within yourself. Now, I'm pretty sure that you can't please everyone, so why not amuse yourself? Bravo, Cynthia. Number 6, the essence of great art is a devotional act. It brings oneself to doing your very best. Now, I'd like to share a sublime shot of a desiccated sunflower from Dan Hendrickson. Dan really finds inspiration every day in seeking out hidden glimpses, stories, moments that others just simply overlook. He takes a daily walk and he keeps his eyes open. He celebrates the color, the texture, the nuances with meticulous technique and superb skill. In this beautiful macro shot, the image transcends the ordinary. It invites the viewer to witness the hidden secrets within the departing sunflower. So that brings us to number 7. To be successful, you must look deeply beyond the ordinary and often right into the very jaws of creativity. Now, Dan speaks Italian, and he's been fortunate enough to have traveled extensively throughout Italy. To our advantage, we're privileged to see his findings. Now, when you wake up in the morning and see this kind of majesty gliding past outside your window, the mist, the Dolomite Mountains, you shoot first. You can get dressed later. Way to go, Dan. You have the rest of your life to figure out the poetic or mysterious ramifications of the observations that you met. Just get the picture. You know, if we pause to find a rule or a formula or something for composition, we diminish our opportunities for our individuality to settle out. Regulations and super strange methods literally makes it impossible for us to work outside the box, or even think outside the box, or dream outside. Man, there isn't even a bleeping box. Take a thought from George S. Patton, General, U.S. Army. If everyone is thinking alike, somebody isn't thinking. Dan, you did a good job of thinking, seeing, and capturing. Number 8, it's not merely what you see, but it's the significance of what you found. As recommended, we hope you have kept notes, sketches, or journals of your travels and your adventures over the years. You know, you can add all your details to your daily journal with abandon. The more we accomplish, the more we can augment our daily pages and thus reveal our exciting experiences. But first, we leave behind a witness, a way of life and events. And secondly, the photographic representations of the electrifying light, the stuff that we relished and captured. Dan personalized the light that he savored in sharing this image of Antelope Island, the Great Salt Lake, Utah. We are aware that things look totally different under various lighting conditions. Now, Dan found the circumstances which elevated this from just being another shot of the lake into a really dazzling sunset. Don't force things. Don't rush things when the sun is setting. It never hurts to have patience and study the light. Only the brave and the tenacious will discover the infinite power of light. You must find what sparks a light in you, so you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. Edward Degas reminds us that art is not what you see, but what you make others see. Keep your eyes open. The trick just becomes being interested in seeing new things. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight, but no vision. We appreciate Dan for seeing the light and sharing his vision with us today. That brings us to number 9. Light is that which really reveals the beauty that we encounter and exposes us to our life-conceiving experiences. Now, in our epilogue, how shall we measure success? We have learned that victory arises within the privacy of your own soul. So how is your persona? How are you really doing? Success has nothing to do with the 1,000,001 variables you can just freely ignore because they reside outside of your control. As Ken admonishes us in his website, walk in balance, peace, and beauty. Sage wisdom, my friend. Another thing, Don't bank on anything that, or anyone, matter of fact, from the past. It's all been done before. To be successful, you must now become more clever and more distinctive than ever before. If you don't try, the answer's always no. So go photograph like you've got nothing to lose. Consider this. Success only comes before work in the dang dictionary. Mark Twain explained it like this. Success is a journey. It's not a destination. It requires consistent effort, vigilance, re-evaluation, all the time. My friends, our time is up for today. I offer an immense thank you to all of today's contributors. Your support, your impact, and help is very much appreciated. Please share this with somebody new in your life. Subscribe. Tinkle that bell, and by all means, hey, give us that big thumbs up. Here's something for you to ponder till next time. A good teacher can only help you survive the trial, but the quality of your journey is completely your choice. Come on, folks. Go astonish everyone. Travel well, my friends, in a magnificent splendor. And I offer a tip of my hat to you. Until we meet again, cheerio.